Good morning. I'm a little early. I wanted to be sure I could get on, and it's 9:28. So I'm going to start moving over into the living room, and welcome. Okay, I'm going to start going over right now. In the meantime, if you're logging in, if you're following me, you can comment. Just say, hi, I'm here. I won't interact, okay, for obvious reasons. And let me get plugged in. So last week we had some good progress. By changing a few things. Let me lock up the door here. Okay, it is 9:29. So I'll be hi. Hi Bob. Oh, Elenia. I love you all. I'm close enough to be able to read this, but when I'm back there, there's no way. So it's Tuesday, May 18th. We're in like week 942 of lockdown, stay at home, and all that. But it is what it is, isn't it? So now this is being recorded. And when I'm done, they'll save it and they'll publish it in about 10 minutes. So I know some of you are working at home, some of you, it's just not convenient at this time. You'll have another cup of coffee. I know who you are, or read the paper. So this is great. It's convenient. I do miss seeing you, however. Okay, but in the meantime, at least we have this. All right, so a couple of things. If I get a phone call, I'm sorry, I have to take it. Only a phone call. It's regarding from the state benefit stuff. So if I get that call I've been waiting for, I'll have to take it and then come back. But I don't think it's going to happen right now. Okay, so here's where we are. And I want you to get all your props. And you're going to need a bolster or blankets or towels and a pillow or something. And we'll see how the rest goes. Okay, so you have a choice. I like to start in like a shavasana, like a relaxation. I don't know about you. Are you feeling any stress? Is everybody not feeling like this little anxiety from the last, how many months is this? I don't know. It seems like an eternity. But in any case, it is what it is, and we are in this together, okay, in a lot of ways. So I want you to lie down and either put the bolster under your knees and then rest your neck on a blanket, or turn the bolster vertical and lie back onto the bolster with your spine, put something under your head and stretch out. So you can do either one. Okay, you're going to be there a few minutes, and then we're going to switch. So if you start with the bolster under your knees, I'm going to have you switch it to under your spine and vice versa. Okay, so pick the position. Just don't think about it. Use your intuition. Listen to your body today. How have you been doing? It's been hot. It's been cool. We've had all these temperature changes. Certainly in Santa Barbara, but overall it's very comfortable. So I want you to pick a position lying down. Okay, if you're just tuning in, either with the bolster under your legs or some blankets under your legs, something so your knees are bent and you're resting like a shavasana. We love shavasana. Or turn the bolster vertical, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, and lie back. I'm going to have you stay there a couple of minutes, then we will alternate. So I'm going to try and get nice passive opening restorative poses to start. Get centered, get present. Okay, all right, here we go. So you're either lying down with something under your neck and your legs over something else, okay? Bolster, rolled towels, blankets, whatever. Or, I'm going to do the other. You can lie back, and if you have two blocks, you can do that, but a bolster is just so wonderful. You can lie back onto the bolster. But remember, whatever position you're in, you don't want the chin dropping back. You never want to compress the low back or the neck, okay? So, I still have a lot of junk here, don't I? So if you're sitting and lying back, remember to keep some space, okay? And so I was a little tight in my low back, so this feels really good. And on my shoulders, I'm just going to kind of adjust. Make sure there's no compression or gripping anywhere. I have just enough under the base of my skull that I'm looking at about 45-degree angle. Okay? And take some nice deep breaths. If it feels okay, stretch out your legs. But wait till your time. Now, if you did the opposite with the bolster under your knees, it's wonderful also for low back. You just have to go with what your body is asking for, because we're going to do both. Okay, so I'm going to leave you wherever you are for another couple of minutes. And I'm just going to kind of cue you about breathing. I know you're breathing because you're here. We don't think about breathing, but we need to think about it in our yoga practice, okay? We do very conscious, attention to the breath and intentional. So I want you to feel the breath unfold as you relax. And if you have been feeling any anxiety or tension or whatever because of what's going on, whether it be the news or life or with friends or with family, there's a lot of things going on right now. And we have to really, I'm looking for the right word, not monitor, but be very careful about what we let in and what we let stay, okay? We can't, being detached doesn't mean not paying attention or being involved in the world. What it means is not taking it in, holding on to it, okay? And so I want you to breathe deeply, nostrils only, please, unless you're so congested you just can't, okay? So deep inhale, fill, let it be gentle and expansive, and then as you exhale, let it be a gentle, slow release. We don't want to huff and puff and force and push and pull the breath. That affects our nervous system. Okay, if we're holding the breath, our nervous system is holding, gripping, stressing. That means all of our organs and our systems are like, they're on red alert. We don't want to be on red alert. So if you feel you're going on red alert, exhale. Let it go. Take an inhale. Because our breath reflects what's going on, and we have to listen to that, okay? And your breath is just, it's your friend, obviously. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch. So whatever, if you were with the bolster behind you, with minimal fidgeting, okay, learn to move breathing and just roll. Slide the bolster or blankets or whatever under your legs. Breathe, and then gently lie back and let go, or the opposite, okay? Breathe as you transition. That keeps you present, okay? There are distractions from being at home and not in a yoga space, okay? But that's called life. And we're out in our life. I'm gonna have you here about a couple of minutes. And we are out in our life more than we're in a yoga space, but you can create that space within you, okay? So there's gonna be noises, It's not garbage day today, but who knows? There might be sirens, there might be birds, there might not, there might be the wind. We have a resident cat who likes to come through. You know, it's just called life, okay? And so we learn to stay in our container, this little spacesuit, as much as possible and not get pulled in all directions. So rest, breathe deep, and feel your breath become smooth and even, like you're on a raft and on a soft wave, just gently. And it's very soothing, isn't it? It's very calming. The breath. Okay? It's always there for us. So let it be. I'll be back in about a minute. So when you're ready, okay, when you're ready. Oh, and I need to remind myself and you to turn the volume up. Mine's almost all the way up. Sorry. So now you're going to slowly transition to seated. Well, wait, let's do a few things first, okay? So just slowly, if the bolster's under your knees, just gently push it aside. You can keep a blanket under your neck. If the bolster's under your spine, just gently roll onto one side, push it out of the way, and lie back onto your back with your knees bent. And I'm going to meet you there. So just lie back with your knees bent. Stay with the rhythm of your breath. And we're going to gently bring the right knee in and extend the left leg. So there's this habit that I want you to develop. Whenever you're moving, you're breathing. And when you're in a position, of course, you're breathing. It keeps you present and it keeps you in your experience so you know what's going on. So where do I feel it today? Am I feeling something different? If I'm distracted and not with my breath or my body, I'm not paying attention. It's sort of like driving and texting. Oops, okay? Can't be in two places at once. Even though your brain might try to fool you, it's not possible. So just breathe into it. So we don't pull the leg, just you want your shoulders to stay relaxed. So you can always just hold on to the back of your thigh. But flex your feet. Nice deep breaths. And when we switch, we're going to bring in the left and extend the right. So it's more natural when we compress or close or fold to exhale because we create the space. And then when we open up and extend, we inhale. Breathe. Just feel like your leg is gently sinking into you. This is great for low back, sort of getting centered. Okay, so then bend both knees. And we're going to gently roll onto one side, like a fetal position. We love this. And use, if you're on your left side, you use your right hand. If you're on your right side, the left hand. It's very important to come up properly from the bottom up and not snap and whiplash your neck or back. So when you come up, push up, round up, and you always bring your head up last, okay? Okay, so get something underneath you so you can sit comfortably. Again, pillow, bolster, blankets, towels, whatever. I've got everything here. I don't have towels, but you could have towels. You just want it to be firm enough and an even surface. So I'm just kind of test driving to see how this feels and how I feel. I woke up a little tight, I think the way I slept, so I'm going to pay attention to my right side a little. And get into that neutral pelvis, settle in. Let your hands sit lightly and close your eyes and go back to the breath, okay? Back to the breath. Focus on your out breaths, finding the very bottom of the out breath, the exhale. And remember, we want everything to just gently compress, empty. And then the inhale. Don't hold. Don't squeeze. Don't press. Don't grip. Just feel this gentle in and out breath in all directions. So there's the image of gently blowing up a balloon, how it expands in all directions. You can think of your lungs, two huge, wonderful balloons, front to back, side to side, top to bottom, or bottom to top. And then as it empties slowly. Or you can think of your breath as filling a pitcher with water. So you feel everything fill to the very, very brim and then empty. So there's a rhythm. It's like a metronome or modulated. And as those of you who've been practicing with me for a long time, your exhale can go about a count longer than your inhale. Okay? So find that. Close your eyes. Let your hands sit lightly on the tops of your legs somewhere. Find your rhythm for today. It's probably the same as it was last week and so forth. Remember, we've spent several sessions counting how many rounds of breath you do in a minute. So if you remember that number, keep that in your head. It's a good way to stay in touch with your practice, especially if you do something on your own, to keep it consistent. Close your eyes, gently look down toward the tip of your nose or your heart without dropping your head forward, though. That quiets the mind. Soften around the corners of the eyes, between the eyebrows, the corners of the mouth, the base of the ears. If you're thinking, you might be gripping, grinding your teeth. Soften, release. Let's bring the hands to the heart and bow the head. And let us send love, light, and healing to heart center, our own, our loved ones, everyone, everywhere. And come back. Good. So I want you to stretch out your legs. And remember, if when you're sitting, also two things. If that's not comfortable, sit in a chair. Okay, we talked about that. If you have hip issues, knee issues, whatever issues, you've had replacements, or you have spine issues and neck issues, use a chair. Just sitting with crossed legs looks really simple, but it's not. It's one of the more challenging poses. So don't force it. Sit in a chair or give yourself more support. If you start feeling like something's falling asleep, that little pins and needles, you don't have enough support under you and you're getting some pinching up here. So please be comfortable. The idea is to sit quietly, comfortably, and not start fidgeting. Okay? Okay, but stretch out wherever you're doing. You can, even if you're in a chair, you can stretch out your legs, wiggle your toes, and then either you can sit nice and tall or recross your legs with the opposite foot and shin in front. Okay? Resettle. And take an inhale, stretch your arms, let them float apart, palms up. Okay? When the palms turn up about halfway, it brings the shoulder blades down. And you want the shoulders down away from your ears. If you're doing this, feel how it squeezes. We don't want to squeeze. We want it to be soft. And then we're going to bring the arms up. And you're just going to, we call it cherry picking or reaching with stars, thank you. And you just reach up and look and pick. Actually, there are cherries at Farmer's Market right now, so we could really go do some cherry picking, couldn't we? See how my shoulders started to come up? No. Keep them down. Lift from the low ribs down here. Feel like you're lifting up from there, not from the shoulders. Okay? And breathe. I remember, and I've shared this many times, this was one of the things when I was learning, taking classes, that didn't connect. It took so long for me to connect that I didn't need to lift my shoulders to lift my arms. It was like an aha, okay? And it just, and just bring more space between your low ribs and your waist, okay? And then we're gonna do a little sway over to your left. And you can rest your left hand in a bird, elephant, or knuckles or fists. And then your right arm stretches gently alongside your ear. Don't let your right glute lift up off of your support. Okay, breathe. So I'm feeling it because I have a little hitch here. And I'm just going to breathe into it and see if it'll just slowly maybe. Breathe. Good. And when you're ready, up we go. Inhale. And let's go to the right. And the same thing. So these are simple little stretches, but they're very effective. You can do these things in a chair. The hand that you're leaning toward, you can place on the seat of the chair. If you're working from home or you're working on projects on the computer and stuff, take a break and do this. Breathe. About 5 breaths or your minute on each side. Breathe. It's not aggressive. We don't need to be aggressive in our practice. We want to come from the inside out. And then come up. Interlace the hands overhead. Turn the palms inside out. Ooh, shoulders down, up. Don't lock the elbows, but lift gently. And then do another little over. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This is really good if you've been on a computer, the iPhone, whatever. And then breathe. Good. Bring the arms up again. Bring the arms forward. Opposite interlace, the one you have to think about. Turn the palms inside out toward me, shoulders back and down. Breathe. Reach for the heels of the hands. Breathe. And once again, up, up, up. Stretch. And out. And rest. Good. Then a gentle, just still a soft turn to the left. Breathe. Come back. Inhale. A soft turn to the right. We're starting to warm up all these muscles. And again, inhale. A little exhale to the left. Come back. Exhale to the right. Come back. Exhale. Just maybe forward a little bit. And back you come. Okay? And let's stretch the legs out again. Wiggle your toes. Okay. And come on to hands and knees. Okay? So again, if you're in a chair, you can modify. A lot of these things you can do in a chair. Also, and I always remind you, if you're on a hard floor, I'm not. I have a carpet with padding and a mat. So I don't really need any padding under my knees. but you need to take care of yourself. So if you need to, open up your blanket and put it into your knees, okay? All right. If you have a block or two that you need, have those handy, and have one handy anyway. And I'm going to decide which direction I'm going to go. I have furniture. Okay, you see me? All right. And I'll have my block. All right. Hands and knees. And we're going to start. Yes. Move. Oh, it feels so good. You know, there's something interesting when we do our practice. You think, why don't I do more of this? Why am I only doing this once or twice a week? Well, you don't have to wait for a class. I know it's good to have the instruction, but you can just take pieces. And because these videos are published, you can go back and just do the first 20 minutes or just review pieces of it. Okay? And see what your body's asking for, and breathe and move. Okay? So while you're doing that, I'm going to review up close for those of you who may not be familiar with bird hands, elephant hands. Okay. So the bird, well, let's do elephant. Elephant is heavy, earthbound, connected. So when you're on the mat, think of the feet of an elephant. Strong, earthbound, and in alignment. So you stretch your thumbs away from your pinkies as far as you can. Sometimes they want to stay together. No, no, no. Even if you have issues, I know some of you have some arthritic and this and that, just send the energy out to the tips of your fingers. So also remember that the heel of the hand is not weight bearing. There's a tendency to kind of roll out when we're on all fours onto the heels of the hands, and that's because we're doing this all the time. We're doing this all the time. We're driving. So there's this tendency to go out to the edges. Come back, come back, come back. Bring your energy to the pad. See the pad of the thumb and the pads at the base of your fingers. This is the Venus mount. So you bring it in toward the thumb. And that, what that does, it turns your forearm inward. Okay, so my biceps turn out, so my shoulders are apart, but my forearm turns in. And I turn my energy to this inner edge, so it's an equal energy. I'm strengthening both sides equally, so my elbows are stabilized, and I'm being good to my shoulders and my wrists and all that. It's the same thing with your feet, okay? Same energy, same idea. Okay, those are elephant hands. Grounded, heavy, earthbound. Then we do, in the hip and reversals, little bird hands, little birds. So we bend gently, okay, like this. And if you think of how the bird, when it walks on the sand in the beach, it barely makes an impression. So it's not pushing or so forth, but you bend the knuckles gently and you just gently rest them. When you touch down with a bird hand, it lifts the energy up into the underside. It creates this dome. See, there's a dome at your palm. There's a chakra there. It's an energy center. So as that lifts up, it lifts the energy up into this other dome, which is your underarm, and there's lymphatic system there. And then everything starts to move in a different way. So we alternate and we get juicy. Okay? So I'm going to join you for a minute. You've probably done a lot of it. If you've been listening, that's great. Just remember, it's important to do both. And when you're doing bird hand, you're strengthening the wrist and the hand just as you are. So it's up. You're using all the areas of the hand. Very, very beneficial. Okay. Okay, so it's up and breathe and breathe. Good. Okay, now I want you to stretch your right leg behind you in a baby lunge. and your left arm forward with a little bird hand. So as you stretch the left arm away from the right leg, and you can let the head relax, you get this wonderful bilateral stretch. Breathe into it. Don't sink into the support of your right arm or left leg. Breathe. 5 nice deep breaths. And then when you're complete, you're going to do the other side. And you're going to alternate left leg, right arm. Stretch out. 5 deep breaths. If you did it already, do it again. Okay, now, when you're ready, come onto all fours, and we're going into down dog. So, elephant hands. Inhale. Exhale. And let's walk the dog to the rhythm of your breath. We're not running. Okay, we're not in a race. We are coordinating, synchronizing your movement and your breath. If you're racing like this and doing all this, you're in your thinking mind. You're not in your body. Slow down, breathe. Do that other stuff on your own. But here, slow down, go deep. Go deep. If it's okay with your shoulders and wrists and everything else, plank. I'm going to have to roll your feet back a little. As you inhale, shoulders come over or behind the wrists. Your bottom isn't sticking up, and it's not sagging. Hello. So, look at my position. My tailbone is looking slight down at my heels, but I'm lifting. I'm stretching through my legs, but I'm lifting my shins, my quads, my navel. Push into the floor. Elephant hands. Strong. Breathe. Try for your 5 breaths or a minute. Do what you can. When you need to, you can lower the knees. Take a breath and come back. Breathe. Look out. Don't let your head drop. I'm going to challenge you today. Okay? Just when you think you can't do anything, take another breath. Lift that navel. Lift. Wait till you feel like you're going to quiver almost. You can do it. Then when you're ready, lower the knees. Take a short child's pose. Maybe your wrists. Shake it out. So child's pose is to get back into your nervous system, into your breath. And when you're ready, let's meet again in down dog. I'm going to challenge you. Up we go. So bring your weight up into your hips, down into your legs. Don't sink into your low back or arms. Look at your hands. So the elephant hands, bring the energy to the thumb side. Stretch your fingers apart. Breathe. Look back at the point between your feet, your toes. Breathe deep. Stretch to the underarm. Get more space between the low ribs and your waist. Feel the breath. Breathe. Don't let your mind tell you that you are ready to stop. Listen and go. Stay strong. Breathe. Don't worry if your heels touch the mat or not. Doesn't matter. That's a process, and some of it's anatomical. Good. When you're ready, inhale, knees down. Take a short child's pose. If you can't do child's pose, it's okay. I know that's rough on the knees sometimes. Just come onto your forearms. Okay, good. So now we're going to do cat dog. Did you think I forgot? Never. So it's elephant hands. Inhale, open up, breathe. Exhale, dog. So again, eyes open or closed. You're still in the same wonderful rhythm of your breath, your life force, the prana. It's in you, around you, moves through you. And just stay with cat dog. And if you're seated, you can still do cat dog, and you should do cat dog. Especially if you're sitting watching TV or programs or on the computer. When you consistently do your yoga and practice or your body becomes more used to the proper alignment, you'll self-correct. When you're sitting in a chair, no matter where you are, or a sofa or whatever, you will self-correct. Your body will ask you to self-correct, or standing, or whatever you're doing, okay? So that's when the yoga becomes part of your lifestyle. Okay, so now we're going to step the right foot up here. So if you need to, you can use blocks or something. And bring the right foot up. If you don't have blocks, okay, you can use knuckles or fists. Blocks just make it a little easier. So I'm going to put the blocks under my wrists, under my shoulders. Remember, you never push your knee past your ankle. I see this all the time. You know, I'm walking every day. I go down, and there's this wonderful park-like area along Cabrillo Boulevard, and a lot of people are working out down there, and it's kind of fun. Some bring their dogs and so forth, but I see a lot of people really pushing into their knees. I just want to say, please don't do that, but you know, it's not my place. But breathe. Now, where do I want you to feel this? In the psoas. So you're lifting up, okay? We're getting into the area of the psoas, hip flexors, and so forth. So we're going to go from a low lunge, this is a low lunge, into a high lunge. And up we go. If you don't have blocks, you can use knuckles or fists. But again, blocks make it a lot easier. Well, more accessible. Breathe. Again, don't push. Lift. Lengthen. Don't push into your joints. Okay? They're meant to do what they're meant to do, not to be overextended. Now, I'm going to keep a block under my left hand. I'm going to take it down a notch because this is sort of an anatomical thing. I'm going to slowly twist to my right. Okay? So as you bring the arm parallel to the floor, wait on the inhale. As you exhale, just take a small turn not from the shoulder, from the torso, from the your spine. And don't just whip up there. Go slow and deep. Inhale, and maybe a little more. And just keep your gaze on your right thumb, okay? Keep extending, breathe, and exhale. And that's it for me right now. I'm going to wait, breathe. When you get there, take 5 nice, deep breaths, or your minute. Go deep. After your 5, gently exhale. Come back down. So lower. Come back. Wait. And we'll do the other side. Bring the left leg up. Knee bent. Go on your back shin. Adjust the blocks. Shoulders over just behind the wrist. Lift up. You can even come up on your knuckles or fists here. So much of it is just anatomical. Some of us have long arms and legs. Some of us are short-waisted, we're long-waisted, we're this, we're that. Okay? So when you look at videos and books and even other teachers, you have to be very mindful of your body. Okay? So sometimes it's an advantage, things are an advantage, sometimes they're limitations. Breathe. Notice where you're feeling it. 5 breaths or your minute before you go into a high lunge. So I'm feeling it in a couple of different places. I'm a little tight on this side here on the psoas, hip flexors, so I'm going to really breathe into it. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, look up and slightly forward. Your 5 breaths or a minute. And then I'm going to go into a twist to my left. So my left arm comes shoulder height. I wait on my inhales, and I just start to gently take a little tick, just a little bit on the exhale. Go deep. And again. Don't let your left hand disappear, okay? That keeps you from hyperextending the shoulder. We don't want to do that. Your 5 breaths or a minute. And when you complete, and we're going to step up into a forward bend. Okay, I'm going to bring my foot back so I don't run into the table. Watch out for your furniture. Step up. And come up when you're ready. Always wait till you have your footing. And good. Okay. Mountain pose. And we're going to do some side sways. Together. How are you feeling? So remember, you can do any part of this again or repeat, come back later. Okay, so we're going to do some side sways standing, and then we're going to do half sun salutes. And I'll get you going, and I want you to just go into your own rhythm. Okay, take a moment though. Exhale right down into the soles of your feet. So the same alignment is true of your feet and that pressure that was your hands when you're on all fours. If you tend to roll out onto the outer edges of your feet, the baby toe side, look how your shoes wear down. Because we tend to kind of walk like that. So I want you to bring energy into the big toe edge and the baby toe edge. Remember, it's a tripod. Okay, your foot, you want the pressure at the base of the heel and the base of the big toe and the baby toe. A 3-legged stool is always in balance, and we want you to always be in balance, okay? Very important also for taking care of your knees, okay, in the short and long run. Okay, so bring your arms out, shoulders down, palms up. And then gently lift them up toward the ceiling. When you're ready, lift up, exhale over to your left. Inhale, up, 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 keep the shoulders down, lift them over, and exhale to the right. Your inhale, your exhale. Move, it's a fluid, gentle movement with the breath. Don't force it. And up, and we're going to go into half sun salute. So we swan dive, bend the knees a little. Half, fold, and up we go. And hands to the heart. Okay, so continue with half sun salutes. Ardha, Surya, Namaskar. I'll do a few more with you, but I'm going to have you go for a while. There's no minimum, there's no maximum on these. This is a wonderful little sequence. Kind of get warmed up. So I'm just going to do it on my own. I want you to do it on your own. Even, consistent breaths. Keep the knees a little soft. You don't want to lock the knees, because when you lock the knees, it locks the low back. And it's not what we want to do. We want to move into a dog tilt. Remember, tailbone moving, Lacan bending. And then you bring the chin in. Then you come up half and fold. Okay. Eyes open or closed. So big wingspan. Swan dive. Push out, over. Touch something with your hands. Just don't dangle there, okay? If it's the mat, your foot, your shins, it doesn't matter. Then come up and fold again. And up we go. Okay, continue doing your own half sun salute. Sorry, I've got these messages. I'm just, in case the phone rings, I have to catch it. Okay, how you doing? About another couple more. sure your breath is even and consistent with even and consistent movements. Keep coming back. Pay attention. I count. I'm a counter. I go 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. I counted forever until now I have my rhythm. Okay? Now we're going to go into full sun salutes. Those of you who know it, do a full sun salute on the right and then a full sun salute on the left. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll cue you. I'm going to go to a 4 count, but you don't need to be with me. You just need to go through the sequence in an even, consistent way. So it's like a half sun salute and then some. So we start with an inhale. We swan dive over. We do half. And now we bring the hands down. Inhale, step back, lift and step back. Get those hands down as much as you can. Exhale, lift, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, 8-point pose. Hug those elbows. Inhale, cobra, strong legs. Long spine. Your exhale, reverse the sequence, come back to down dog. If you need an extra breath to do that, take it. Take as many rounds of breath as you need. We're going to step up, so get a little momentum. Keep the hips high. Lift that right foot up and forward. Keep wiggling it up till you have it between your hands. On an exhale, push off. Once you have your footing, big inhale, up we go. Okay, left side, I'll do it from here. Oh, crying baby, can you hear that? Inhale, swan dive, half, just do it on your own. I'm only cueing in case you don't remember it. Inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, lower, cobra, down dog, keep the hips high, get some mojo, up you go, forward fold. When you're ready, big inhale, and back. Okay? Finish your right and your left. Okay? Just check. Perfect. Now I want you to do another round. So the right side and the left side. And you know, I say this a lot. I encourage you to do at least one on each side every day. It takes like a minute, honestly. And maybe do 2 like we're doing now. Right, left. And then just maybe another one. Maybe see how it feels. Start with some half sun salutes. And then maybe add to that. Okay? Just let it unfold. You don't need to practice for hours every day. Okay? And you don't even need an hour and a half. I say this every time. Do half an hour. Just start. Start seated. Do some gentle movements that we do. Maybe a little down dog. Maybe some half sun salutes. Maybe a sun salute. Then see if you feel like doing some standing poses. Maybe a couple of minutes for relaxation. Boom. Every day. Trust me. You'll know and feel the difference. Okay? So you're finishing both sides. I wanted to see, I always have sort of some ideas of what I want to do with you. And today's no different. Okay? When you're done, just come into mountain pose. And wait. We'll all come together here, okay? Maybe you did 3 rounds. Yay. Let me know. I've been doing quite a few. I started the year with doing 10, 5 and 5. Now I'm doing 20, some days 25. Okay, but it's over a period of months. So your practice evolves and unfolds like life does. Okay, but if you don't do anything, then nothing's going to happen. Okay, ready? Okay, so you're about in the middle of your mat, facing me, mountain pose. Put your hands on your hips. So this is sort of a Superman, Wonder Woman. And notice when you put your hands to your hips, it lifts the rib cage and you kind of get a little, you adjust and yeah, I'm here. Okay, and I shared months ago with my classes that they did a study that when people did this before they went into interviews, they were more confident, they came across more stronger, more confident. Okay, so there is something to the physical and the emotional and mental. Okay, we're going to take a leg length stance, not your longest stance. So maybe 3, for most of it, no matter how tall or short, whatever, it's about 3 to 3.5 feet. So look straight ahead. Now I want you to go back to mountain pose. Now look straight ahead and step to one side and then the other without looking at your feet. No peeking. Now look. Oh my, how about that? Your second toe is still straight ahead, okay? We're going to pivot to the right. So turn on your heels, one foot and then the other. The back foot turns forward 45, the front foot 90. So now my hips turn slightly. I'm going to turn my torso back and on my arms, we're going into triangle. Arms stretch apart. Look out over your right hand, okay, and go into your triangle. Reach, connect, wait on inhales, start to twist on exhales, turning again like we did from the center, the spine, the navel, the heart, the sternum, not from your shoulder. Inhale, wait, exhale, and turn. When we get here, we're going to go 5 breaths or your minute. Breathe. You can start to look toward your thumb. Your 5 breaths or your minute, okay? After you've done your 5 breaths or minute, you're going to inhale up. And we're going to pivot to the left. So change it up a little bit. And we're going to do triangle on the left. So right, then left. So turn, check, and find your pose. It's called an asana. Gently rest your hand, and then turning to the right. Breathe. 5 breaths or your minute. Go deep. Not far necessarily. Go in to the pose. Let the pose unfold for you. After your 5 or your minute, you're going to come up. You're going to pivot back to the right. 1 foot at a time. Turn on your heels. Put your hands on your hips. Notice how my hips are a little, because that's a triangle. I want to bring them neutral and take a longer stance. About 4 to 6 inches. But don't overdo it. My hips are neutral. And we're going to warrior 2. So I'm going to bend the right knee. Keep your spine, torso centered. You should be able to see your right inner ankle and your right big toe, unless you have baggy pants. Let your arms float apart. Okay, do that again. Inhale, up they come. And your gaze is over your right hand. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Five breaths or your minute. Your shoulders shouldn't be working hard. Okay? This is coming from the soft side, lifting upward and resting. After your 5 breaths or your minute, straighten, pivot. You might do a little bit extra. If your arms are a little tight, just come on your hips. My stance got too long. I'm going to back it off. As I bend my knee, I keep my torso centered and upright. Arms float apart, gaze to the left. 5 breaths for your minute. If you're done, you're going to come back, pivot, and we're going to go to the right again. Pivot, pivot, pivot. And you do another warrior on the right. Once you're there, for breath, you're going into side angle pose. So you're going to reach forward, connect with the forearm, and let the left arm stretch forward and make this little sweeping movement and come alongside the ear like we did our side stretches. Bring your shoulder away from your ear. Breathe. So this connection with your forearm and your thigh above the knee turns you into maybe a deeper twist, but let it come about organically with the breath. 5 breaths or your minute. Resist the temptation to relax, okay? Stay strong in the back leg. After your 5 breaths or a minute, come up, inhale, pivot, pivot, warrior. Breath or 2, get set, always wait, and then side angle pose. Parshva, Konasana. Parshva is flank. Okay, side. Kona is angle, and asana is pose. So all Sanskrit. Breathe, 5 breaths, or your minute. Oh, these are so good. Your organs, your tissue, your bones, everything is just so happy. After your 5, come up on an inhale, stretch, straighten, pivot, and back to mountain pose. And wait. Let your arms rest at your side. Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel your presence on the earth. When you're ready, open your eyes. Okay. So we're going to do a crescent and a balance pose. So let's see. Which way do I want to turn? I think I'll try and go this way because the chair is softer than the table. Be careful of furniture and don't do anything around corners, okay? Hard corners. Okay, so mountain pose, hands on the hips, step back on the left, and like a little lunge. So when your knee doesn't go past your heel, look straight ahead. Adjust for where your balance, and we're going into a crescent from here, okay? So up we come, shoulders down, arms up, rib cage up. Breathe. 5 breaths or your minute. Don't push into the knee. After that, step up, straighten the right leg. Use the back leg for balance. And if there's more, lift, tap down, tap down if you need to. Breathe. After your 5 breaths, if you have to tap down, it's okay. Complete and wait. Notice how your right leg is really talking to you because it was working harder. Okay. Wait till you feel your body is recalibrated, then step back on the right. So I'm on soft surfaces, so balancing is a little more of a challenge. So be mindful. And sometimes we just are a little mentally or whatever, energetically off. It's okay. And when you're ready, come into a crescent. Your 5 breaths. Your minute. Sound familiar? Stretch up through your fingerprints. Let every part of your body be engaged and energized. When you're ready, and we'll finish. Take your time in mountain pose and arms to the side. Take your time. So what if your balance isn't the greatest? What are some options? Have a chair ready. And when you come forward, put your hands on the chair or on a counter and balance, or a wall. Okay? There's a wall here. Can you see me? So there's a picture there, but you could use a wall also for balance, okay? So just do it. Just do whatever you have to do, even if you have to keep the one foot tapping down. Okay? Now I want you to do another balance pose on your own. So you can do what we just did. You can do it from crescent and then to the one leg up, okay? Or, which is warrior 3, or you can do tree pose, which is wonderful. Or those of you who can and don't need a wall, can give half moon a whirl, Ardha Chandrasana. So I want you to do anything of those, or if you're just not feeling like those are what you want to do today, you can do simple balances. They aren't really that simple, but they're very beneficial, okay? So tree, half moon, or what we just did, or balancing somehow on one leg and doing the lifts. Okay, and for example, you could do this one. And if you're still having balance issues, go to something. Have a chair or something that you can tap down and a wall. Okay? Even have your arms to the side. Do whatever works for you. And breathe. Do at least 5. And then hold on one. If you're doing tree, you're doing 5 breaths in each part of the sequence. If you're doing half moon, try 5 breaths holding, and then or 8 breaths or more. Okay. Do something where you are on standing, balancing on one leg and then the other. Look straight ahead or higher. Try not to look at the floor, and you certainly don't look at your feet. Okay? Breathe. Whatever you're doing, breathe into it. Focus your gaze. So I'm looking out the window. So I'm looking at eye level and actually a little higher. I do tend to look at my screen, which is a little lower. It makes it a little more difficult to balance, actually. Okay, or if you want to bring the arms out and hold, breathe. Lift your heart. Lift, breathe. Okay. And then do what you can. This is really, really important for many things. It strengthens the bones. It strengthens, tells the bone cells to work, and your balance is so important for life, daily life, okay, and getting around. Okay, so do those. Maybe do 2. Maybe those of you who like tree and then do the other want to do a little more of the crescent into warrior 3 or do a half moon. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave you for a couple of minutes to finish your balance poses. I'll be back. Okay, how are you doing? How was your balance today? So, I guess you're still standing. Okay, so sometimes it's just really not that great. And sometimes it's just great. Sometimes it's a little of each. So we can kind of go into our judging self. Like, oh man, my balance, it really stinks, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can keep that thought for like 10 seconds and let it go. Or the opposite, like, wow, I've got it. I'm there. You can let that one go as well. Okay? That becomes attachment. And that's your ego attaching to the results. And the results are going to be different every time. That's why we come back and do the same things over and over, right? There is no perfect pose. There's no there. It's a practice. It's a practice. Okay? So now, good. I'm going to bring you back down to the floor. Now, if you, again, need whatever issues you have, you can come into a chair, okay? And if you have a block or something, we're going to do a little supported bridge later. But first of all, let's get down there. Always take your time. When you're ready, arms overhead. Swan dive over. Step back on either foot and come onto all fours. So first of all, back, then down dog. Sorry, I miscued. Bring the knees down, okay? And then just sit back for a moment, okay? Okay. So I'm going to take you into thread the needle. So for thread the needle, you might need something for under your neck or your skull. I'm going to do it the first side. I'm going to do toward you. It's a twist. Again, if you can't come on all fours, you can do a seated twist. So your shins are parallel. Curl the toes under. So think of how you thread a needle. So the right hand is going to thread past the left wrist. There's a tendency to start to pull to the left. Resist the temptation. Bring your right ear, the side of your head, your shoulder right into the middle of your mat. If you're tight today, I'm a little tight right here, I'm going to use a blanket, okay? You can use it under your head or under your shoulder. So as I come through, I go straight down. Keep your shins parallel, toes curled under. Your left hand, you can keep the elbow bent. You can stretch your arm alongside your ear or out to the side. Your choice. Inhale, do nothing. Exhale, empty out. But don't force it. Don't force it. Breathe. Breathe deep. Twists are so important. At least 5 nice deep breaths. I would encourage 8 or more. Maybe 2 minutes in this one on your own. But don't go so far that you start gripping. Okay, then you're actually going into the place where it's counterproductive, counter-beneficial. And this really helps the organs, by the way. After your 5 or 8 breaths or your couple of minutes, you come up, inhale up, do something neutral, like a cat dog. Three, 4 rounds, or even a down dog. Feels good. Just, do one, the other. Play with different options. Maybe a cobra. Okay? Try and alternate. And then you're going to do the other side. So, shins parallel, toes curled in. Now, please don't get too, sometimes people start like this. See, you're too compressed. Make sure the spine is elongated. That's the wind blowing the doors. And when you're ready, you're going to rest on your left ear, shoulder. Same thing. Make sure you're in the center of the mat. You may or may not need support. You may need more or less. Also, maybe a pillow or a blanket. Whatever you do, support yourself. your 5 to 8 breaths. Or your 1 or 2 minutes. I encourage 2 minutes, okay? But don't wind up too tight. You don't want to turn too much. Okay, that's your ego saying, go more, more, more. You're not feeling anything. Do more, do more. Your ego is not always right. Now, we should know that by now, huh? Okay? Good. When you're done, do something neutral again. Child's pose, cat dog, down dog, a little flowing cobra perhaps, anything. So we do one side neutral, the other side neutral. So we're always balancing. We're always bringing everything back so the body wants to be in balance, healed, happy. Okay? Okay. Optimal health, that's what we're going for. Life takes us all over the map. Our yoga is trying to bring us back to center. After you've completed, I want you to bend your knees, have a block. If you don't have a block yet, what can I say? Then have something ready to put under your hips. It could be, again, a roll blanket or whatever. It could even be a bolster. Actually, we have a wonderful pose with a bolster. Maybe we'll do that Thursday. Okay, and bend your knees. Always come down carefully. Exhale. When you exhale, your navel is hugging, supporting the core, your low back, till you're down. And then, what's the first thing you want to do? Oh, I know. It feels so good. It feels so good. Just roll around. Massage. Breathe. Feels wonderful. Exhale. You're massaging, breathing, bringing all that healing energy to your organs, your tissues, your ligaments, your tendons, your bones, your brain. That's an organ, right? And then just one more time, let's just stretch out the left leg. Let your low back melt across the mat. Just in case we got a little overly aggressive. Breathe. So we start our practice kind of relaxed, then we go up. We start with the moon energy, we increase to the sun, and then now we're back towards Shavasana. Now 5 breaths, and when you're ready, just do both sides. About 5 breaths a minute. After you've done that, I'll meet you here with both knees bent. We're going to do supported bridge. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful because once you come into a bridge and you're putting pressure on the base of the skull or the neck, you don't turn your head. So I'm going to explain it to you, do it, and I'm going to come out of it because I don't want to be turning my head trying to tell you what to do. Okay, you're going to take a block or something about that high. I would say that's about 4 inches firm. I like the foam blocks. Slide it under your sacrum. Remember, your sacrum is between your waist and your tailbone. It's not your low back. So you should have this curve. See how I have my curve? And then the curve of the neck. I'm not going to look at you now, okay? The curve of the neck. So you're looking straight up. Don't flatten the neck, arms to the side. So it's a sweet spot, okay? It's a sweet spot. The sacrum sits in the pelvis. So this is a very gentle back bend. No compression. You should feel no pressure or compression in the low back. And so I'm going to time it. I'm going to cue you about a minute cycle. And we're going to do First, the left leg stretch out for about a minute. So I'll cue you, but you should do your minute or just do how many breaths you do in a minute, okay? Or at least 5 to 8 breaths. So this gets deep. You might feel this even into the abdominals, okay? That's okay. Just breathe into, as long as it's not pain, you're okay. Discomfort, you might be getting something, but not pain. Breathe through it. It's human nature to not want to feel discomfort. Fine. But don't knee-jerk out of things. Sometimes we need to go through a little discomfort to get to the other side. Breathe deep. So I'm checking my iPhone to get your minute. Another nice deep breath. And then just gently bring, when you're ready, the left foot in and stretch out the right leg. Ooh. So the right leg, especially if you're right-handed, is going to be a little more tense. That's okay. Breathe into it. And I'm focusing my breath right where I'm feeling the stretch a little more intensely, which is right across here, across the psoas. I'm just breathing into it. It doesn't hurt, but it's a little tight. So I'm just breathing into it. And just breathe into it. You just have to be where you are right now. A couple more breaths. Or be on your own rhythm, okay? 8 breaths, your minute, whatever. And then we're going to stretch out both legs. Oh, no compression. Feel like a bow and arrow, long, open. Okay? Oh, this is wonderful. And it's a back bend, okay? But it's a supportive one. And if you have low back issues, you need to do back bends. Now, last Thursday, I showed you baby cobra for low back issues, where you're on your tummy, resting your forehead on your forearms. So if you do have, or you have someone you know who has low back issues, take them to last Thursday's class. Here's like the 14th, and toward the end, as baby cobra. If you request it, we'll do it again, okay? But you've got to do these things, as well as cat dog, and there are things we do for low back. Okay, so just slowly bend one leg. Oh, don't stop. There you go. And then bend the other. Breathe. And I want you to just leave the block there. Lift up off the block. Okay, look up. Just lift your hips up, up, up. Dig into your heels. Keep your knees over your heels. Don't let your knees flop apart, please. Please slide the block out of the way. You're in a cat tilt, so your hips are tilting up toward your knees. And as you lower, come from the top of the spine. Elongate, lower, long. Lower the hips and rest. And, of course, oh, we love to roll around, don't we? Massage, breathe. And if you need to, one more time, one leg and then the other. Okay, this is great for countering any low back stuff. Breathe into it. 5 breaths or a minute on each side. Okay, and then I want you to do a twist on your own, a reclining twist, your favorite, or maybe you're not your favorite. Try to alternate, okay? One leg straight, or bring both knees over. You can do this, I love this version where you just kind of rock the knees from side to side. I feel like that's what I need today to start. It's very gentle, very fluid. do that for like 5 rounds and then another twist. Okay, so I want you to finish your practice. Not quite, of course, we have Shavasana, but finish with your twist. Let your body tell you what twist you want. Okay, and at least 8 breaths on each side, at least a minute on each side, if not a minute and a half or 2. And if you do it on your own, twist, you can stay for a very long time. Just breathe and let it unfold, though. Don't push. Don't whip your body around. It isn't meant for that. Be gentle but persistent. Okay, so I want you to do a twist on both sides, and we then Shavasana. Okay, so get whatever you need. Have a blanket, a bolster, and even my eye pillows. Do you have an eye pillow? I have 2. So I used to keep them in a baggie, and I would put like lavender essence, and then they're filled with different seeds. This is a silk one that I can refill, and then I have my fun one. It's like a kitty. It's a kitty. So you take your eye pillow and you can put over your eyes. Oh, it's wonderful. And it's all dark and cool and restful. So if you don't have one, you might want to treat yourself and get yourself a little present. Okay. But if you're allergic to lavender, get one with a neutral. Okay, twist and then Shavasana. Okay, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay. So you're in a twist, and then relaxation. In relaxation, stretch out. You want all of your edges free. Don't rest your hands on your body. Don't touch yourself. Okay? I'll be back. So if you're in Shavasana and you don't want to come out of Shavasana, don't. You're home. I can't see you. You're not obligated to. And I would love for you. You should stay longer. Okay, we're just kind of sort of restricted because of the situation. But feel free to just lay there and enjoy the wonderful feeling of just nothing, doing nothing. My one teacher said we don't come to the mat to do, but to undo. Okay, we know how to do. So remember, you're there to undo, and then you become refreshed and renewed. And then you're ready to go out and take it into the world. Okay? So if you want to start easing back, fine, or you can just listen, just stretch a little, breathe. Oh, feels so good. Yawn, stretch out your arms. Let your body awaken on its own. Deep breath. Ah, it feels so good. And you can stay there, or you can bend your knees, roll onto your side, and rest while I share Hafez. And I haven't shared the last few readings, but I will. Okay, this week. This is Hafez, okay? He was a Sufi poet. If you're familiar with Rumi, he's in the same tradition, and I love him. This is called the 1,000-stringed instrument. The heart is the 1,000-stringed instrument. Our sadness and fear come from being out of tune with love. All day long, God coaxes my lips to speak, so that your tears will not stain his green dress. It is not that the friend is vain, it is just your life we care about. Sometimes the beloved takes my pen in hand, for Hafez is just a simple man. The other day, the old one wrote on the tavern wall, the heart is the 1,000-stringed instrument that can only be tuned with love. And again, you can just rest or join me in a seated position, and you can just recite to yourself or out loud the Namaste invocation. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of peace, of light, and of truth. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Blessings. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay well. And again, this will be published in a few minutes. I'll see you soon online, and I'm sending you much love. Miss you. Thank you. See you soon.